Hi everyone. So I'm going to talk today about the makeup purchases that I have made in quarter 3, so July, August and September. I have put up a quarter 1 and a quarter 2 video as well. Now I think it was in my quarter 2 makeup purchases video where I kind of set out my purchasing intentions for the rest of the year, and I did say that I'm on a replacement only no buy, which I have mostly stuck to. I have purchased a couple of products as part of a new category, which I will explain, but then I have added a couple of products into my lip collection as well, which I will also explain when we get onto those products as well, but just a little bit of a heads up. But let's go through the products and let's talk about what I have purchased. So July, I only made one purchase in July. That was a good month, and it was only one individual makeup item as well. So it was on the 22nd of the month. It came in at £26.10, and it's the Yves Saint Laurent Lash Clash mascara. I'm looking at my computer, by the way, where I've got my purchases written down. So it's this product here, the mascara. This was a fairly new product and I'd seen quite a few reviews on it, so I thought, why not, let's give it a go. And what I liked about this one is that it comes in brown, and not many mascaras come in brown. This is a nice mascara. I don't think it's great. I wouldn't repurchase it. It's not tubing, so it does smudge on me. So after a few hours of putting on my makeup, I do notice that I get a bit of smudging underneath my eyes, which is a little bit annoying. The brown shade is quite a nice brown shade. Sometimes with brown mascaras, they can be very dark, but this seems to be a nice warm brown. I do quite like the shade of brown that they've chosen for this. This is messy though. Now I know all mascaras are quite messy when you first start using them. They need a few weeks or so to start to dry up a little bit, but this is really messy, and the brush is quite big as well. So even now, despite having it since July and we're in October, I still smudge it on my eyelid. I'm not sure whether that's partly me, but yeah, it is quite a messy mascara because the brush is quite big. And it is easy to get a bit of a heavy mascara look with this as well. I think I wore this, well, I did wear this actually in my ideal makeup look video, and this just was not playing ball. The mascara just ended up looking really heavy. It coated my lashes quite thickly, but today I feel like it's looking a lot better. So I think this is just one of those mascaras that needs that bit longer to dry up and to start to play ball a bit more. But it is annoying that you kind of have to take that into consideration with a mascara. It is a bit annoying that mascara doesn't perform brilliantly straight away. You do have to, give it a few weeks or so. But glad that I've tried it, but I wouldn't be repurchasing this one, especially at £26.10. That was on discount as well, so quite an expensive product. So that was my only purchase for July, so that was my July total, £26.10. In August, I made a few purchases. The first one was on the 4th, and it was for a primer coming in at £7.88. It is the Revolution Super Base Vitamin Base Primer, which is a dupe for the Bobbi Brown primer, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Although this is meant to be a dupe for it, I much prefer the Bobbi Brown face base. This one is nice. It's a very, very similar consistency, and it is quite hydrating. Doesn't smell though, it doesn't have that scent associated with the Bobbi Brown one. So actually, if you don't like scents, if you don't like the fact that the Bobbi Brown one is scented, this one could be a good option for you. But it is quite nice and hydrating. I've got it on today and I feel like it does help with my makeup, in terms of longevity, how everything blends over the top, but not quite as well as the face base one does. But coming in at just under £8, this one is a fraction of the price of the Bobbi Brown one, so I would buy this one again, but I think I would like to try again the face base because it has been a while since I've had it and I do miss it because it is just so brilliant. So I put up a video about doing makeup for my facial features, and I took some time trying to figure out what shape my eyes are. I didn't know whether they were hooded or downturned. Turns out they are in fact almond shaped. It's just the fact that my lashes, without the lash curl they've got at the moment, they do point down a little bit, so it gives the effect of downturned eyes, but they are actually almond. And I then looked at makeup styles, eyeliner, eyeshadow styles for people with almond eyes, and it was recommended to try a gel eyeliner because it's quite forgiving. It's quite an easy form of eyeliner to use in comparison to, say, like liquid liner, and you can get a nice little like kitten flick. So I did buy the Bobbi Brown long wear gel eyeliner in chocolate shimmer ink to give it a go. I've used this quite a few times. I'm still trying to perfect my technique. I'm not quite there yet, but I do agree that it is quite easy to use, and I bought that along with the brush as well, and that came in, well actually I haven't put how much the brush is, but the gel liner itself came in at £21.32. Looks like a small product, and I suppose technically it is, but this is the type of product that is going to last you for absolutely ages. And I am going to put up a video soon of me trying on the makeup that I have bought this year, so I might give this one a go in that video. If it doesn't turn out great, don't blame the product, blame me and my lack of makeup skills. But it is a lovely eyeliner, very easy to glide on. Having the brush with it as well just makes it so much easier to use, and I'm really quite happy with this eyeliner. And also for that video I was looking at contouring as well, and I did buy a contour product. I've not owned one for a couple of years. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Beauty Wand. It came in at £9. This one is in the shade Fair Light. I saw this one on TikTok. People recommended this one as like an actual cool toned contour product. And I did say in the video where I was doing my makeup to suit my features that cool toned contour products are better, but a makeup artist commented saying that actually if you're warm toned, trying to go for a slightly warm toned or neutral contour product is best for you because it's just mimicking your natural shadows. So I will keep using this one because it's new. It cost me £9, but I will then try a more neutral, more warm toned, but not like bronzer warm contour product next and see how it compares. But this one is like the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one, so it's got the sponge tip applicator and you can just dot it on. Really easy to use, it blends out really nicely as well, and it's not super pigmented, so it is quite good at giving you those like fairly like subtle shadows. So that was my third purchase for August. August total was £38.20. So purchases so far for July and August were either replacement purchases because I'd run out of a mascara, I'd run out of a primer, or they were entirely new category purchases. So my first gel eyeliner and my only contour product. September is where I kind of break my replacement only no buy. So first purchase was on the 12th. This came in at £21.32 and it's the Bobbi Brown Corrector Part. I've got mine in the shade Light Bisque because I have like purpley blue dark circles. You want to go for a peach if they're more like green grey. Now this isn't a replacement purchase because I have the stick version of this. However, I don't have much of that left like at all, and I use that every single time I wear my makeup, and I was gonna buy another one anyway when it comes to me using it up. But I said in a video that I didn't know whether I preferred the stick version or this version. So Laura commented saying, why don't you buy the pop one so you've got both at the same time and you can compare them in the same look. Great idea. Obviously I did it, and I do prefer this one. Slightly creamier, more coverage as well. So I do still have the stick one, but like I say, I'm using it every day. I am working on trying to use it up. So despite me having two colour correctors, I'm not bothered about that because I will just be down to one soon and it will be this one. Okay, the next three purchases are all lip purchases. I did not need to make any of these purchases in terms of a replacement only point of view, but I've kind of been thinking about my replacement only no buy, and I kind of put myself on that because I felt like my collection was fairly large, but large for me and what I want my makeup collection to look like. Possibly not large by other people's standards, but also because my collection contains some products where I was like, I don't really know if I like you enough to keep you. So I put myself on that replacement only no buy to give me time to kind of wear a lot of my makeup, and I have done that recently. And that's why I put up my declutter video. However, I'm now at the point where I'm like, well, I'm not tempted to buy more foundations or more concealers, more bronzers, blushes, more eyeshadows, because I like what I have, and I do want to get down to the point where I just have one or two products for a lot of the categories. Whereas with lip products, and I've said this quite a few times before in my videos, but I like having a lot of lip products. I like having different brands, different formulations, different colours, different textures. I love lip products. I'm such a sucker for them. So I have made 3 other purchases that have all been lip products, but I'm fine with that. Despite that breaking my replacement only no buy, I feel comfortable in that decision. I'm not regretting any of these purchases and thinking, oh no, my lip products, they're just too high now and I've got too many of them and I don't know if I like them all. I do like them all now because I have done that declutter. So let's go through what these are. On the 13th, for £19.20, I bought the very, very famous Clinique Black Honey lipstick or tinted lip balm, and I bought this because I wanted an autumnal warm berry colour, and I had seen this in so many videos in TikTok. It, you know, is meant to adapt to your natural lip colour to give you quite a unique bespoke colour. And I suppose I kind of fell into the hype and I thought, you know what, I could buy dupes, but I'll always be thinking, what if the real thing is better? So I thought, you know what, I can afford it. I've just been paid. Why not treat yourself and buy the Clinique Black Honey one? And I did. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be. It is not, it's messy. It's so messy. It's nice. I like the texture and I'm very much into these like balm textures at the moment, but the shade just isn't quite right on me. It is a little bit neutral. I would prefer something with a bit more warmth in it. However, I do still like it, so I am going to keep hold of it, especially because it's fairly new as well. But what I like about it as well is that it's so easy to wear. Like, this is a bit of a grab and put on product for me at the moment. I went on my walking holiday a couple of weeks ago as well, and this was the lip balm that I took with me because I didn't have to use my fingers. I could just twist it up and whack it on, and it was really comfortable, and it gave just a little bit of colour to my lips as well, but I didn't need a mirror to put it on, so that was really quite easy. And I think as well, this is the type of product that I can get through really quickly as well because it is so easy to use. So not one that I would repurchase. I would prefer something that is more warm, but I'm glad that I've tried it and I do like it, so I don't regret it, but wouldn't repurchase. The next purchase was on the 15th, so I made 3 purchases really quite sort of soon after each other. This I got at 20% off. It was meant to be £35, but it did come in at 28. Still a lot of money. It's the Hourglass Glossy Balm, another viral, hyped up, popular lip product. Not gonna lie, I bought this one because I saw Sophia Richie wear it, and she's an autumn like myself, so if I see her wearing makeup that looks really beautiful, I think, could that work on me? And if it does, then it's something that I kind of add to a list of items that I might buy. But with this one, I did just bite the bullet and I bought it. And I was thinking, £28, even at £28 at 20% off, this is a lot of money. Is it really worth it? Because it is just a balm, a tinted glossy balm. However, this is my go-to lip product at the moment. I just reach for this so often, so I suppose because I'm using it so often, you could argue that it is worth the price. So despite it being expensive, I'm not regretting it because I use it so often and I really like it. I have it on at the moment. You twist it at the bottom, but don't twist it too far because it doesn't go back down. And it's just so easy to use. It's beautiful. The shade itself is a light warm pink. I do have a bit of lip liner on at the moment, and with this colour on my lips, I feel like I do need a lip liner with it because on its own it is quite pale, but a lip liner just like elevates it that bit more. But it's so hydrating, it's not really sticky, and it's just a pleasure to use. It has a bit of a minty kind of, not so much taste, but a mintiness to it. So it very much feels like I've brushed my teeth and then put on a lip balm. This is in the shade Sense. I don't know if I said what shade it is. It's in the shade Sense. And I really love it. I think it's so beautiful. And despite being expensive, I wouldn't, be closed off to buying this one again or buying other shades. So if you are tempted with this, because it is a viral product at the moment, I would recommend. I'm really enjoying this, but obviously it is expensive, so only do it if you can afford to do so, but I really like it. I think it's so lovely. And then the last purchase was on the 30th of September. I don't physically have it. It's been dispatched. It's not yet arrived. Now this cost me £58. I also watch Hailey Bieber's videos on TikTok because she's also an autumn, so similar thing that I do with like Sophia Richie. If I see makeup on her that suits her and looks really good, I will also add that to, you know, a list of makeup that I might try in the future. And I have been meaning for a while to try her skincare range because her skincare range is actually meant to be really good. I've got the Skin Rocks app, which is Caroline Hyron's app, and the 3 skincare products that she does are all highly recommended, highly suggested for me and my skin type. And then she also came out with her lip tints, her set of 4 new lip tints, and I really wanted to try them because, like I say, I'm very much into these like glossy, like lip balm hydrating products at the moment. They're my kind of thing at the moment. And I thought, you know what, just buy them. You wanted to try the skincare, you can try the lip tints as well, so buy them. I did, I treated myself, but yeah, they've not yet arrived. The lip tints themselves cost £58, but you do get 4. So that comes in at £14.50 for each one, which isn't too bad at all, especially if we're comparing it to the price of the Hourglass one that I got at 20% off. So not too bad at all, and they're all in different colours or different like scents, even though they're not scented. So I think there's an espresso one, there's a couple of pink ones, and then I think there's meant to be like a berry pink as well. So really looking forward to trying those. I have heard that they are meant to be really excellent, so interested in trying those, but I don't currently have those yet to show you. But yeah, looking forward to that order arriving. So in total for September I spent £126.52. The Rhode lip tints definitely contributed a lot to that number. So in total for Q3 I spent £190.82, which is actually less than I spent for Q2 and what I spent in Q1. So if I add that to my totals for Q1 and Q2, so far this year I have spent £641.38 on makeup, and that comes to a monthly average so far of £71.26. So the total for the 9 months of this year so far, not gonna lie, did shock me a little bit. I did think, oh my goodness, that's so much money. But if you break it down to the monthly average, it makes it seem so much more reasonable, and I have no problems at all spending £71.26. No, £71.26 a month on makeup. That number for me is a reasonable number. I don't want that number to go over £100 a month. I think that would be too much for me. Maybe nearer £50 possibly would be better, but then there are times when I do just want to try other products. So September was that month, but then I have months like July where I just buy one thing. So there will be kind of ebbs and flows in this process. So kind of going forwards with my replacement only no buy, that will still apply to most of my makeup, not because I'm kind of forcing myself to do it and going, you are on a replacement only no buy. It's because I'm just not interested in buying more foundations, concealers, eyeshadows whilst I have what I currently have. I'm not gonna lie, I might still buy more lip products, but I'm fine with that. Like I keep saying, I like to have a lot of lip products, so if there are more that kind of catch my eye, I might consider buying them. But whenever I buy makeup, I always put a lot of thought into it, a lot of research into it. I very rarely now buy makeup that I just see and go, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I don't. I put a lot of research into it. I put a lot of research into the Clinique one. I was looking at dupes. I looked at dupes for the Hourglass and I was thinking, do I really need to spend that much money on this? Could something else suffice? I also researched as well cheaper gel eyeliners. I researched as well other types of contour products. So yeah, I don't just now buy something just because I want to. Doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. Absolutely. If you want to do that and that's how you buy your makeup, go for it. But I'm just saying, for the context of this video, despite me breaking my replacement only no buy, they are thought out, considered purchases that I have taken some time to really think about. So I will still be keeping a track of my purchases for October, November and December. So I will be doing an end of the year makeup purchases check-in video, and then we will get the monthly average for the entire year. But if you do something similar, please do let me know what your figures are like as well. How much do you sort of like tend to spend on a monthly basis? If you've also tried any of the products that I've bought as well, please do let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. I love these types of videos, love to watch them, love to film them, so I hope you did enjoy it. And I'll see you again very soon for my next one. Bye.